What's up, guys? We're back with another hiking video. This time we're doing Mount Cannon over in New Hampshire, and this time I actually tagged along with Thomas. He's over here. So we're gonna get started, and there's a lot of snow. It snowed last night, so we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, we've made it about 3/4 of a mile up and already over 400 feet of elevation gain. We're taking a quick break here, and we're going to use this time to give you guys a couple tips if you want to get into backpacking, hiking, anything like that. We're just going to think of like 3 tips to give you to just get out and have fun. I'd say a first one for me would be not spend like a crazy amount of time trying to figure out the best gear to get, or like an insane amount of planning. Like, just get some stuff that's going to work for you. Get out, have fun. You don't need a $400 tent and a $500 sleeping bag just to get out and have fun. So find something that works, get out, enjoy it, and then later on, if you really want to get into it, you can buy more gear later. And I think Thomas has one for you guys as well.
So my tip is pace yourself. When you start out, especially, don't try to, be the fastest one up the mountain, because you're just going to burn yourself out. And it's better that you take it a little bit slower and make it to the top rather than just getting worn out and having to turn back.
Yeah, that's a good one. Pacing yourself is good. I get tired quick. All right, guys, we'll give you a couple tips later on. Well guys, we made it up to the top. It's pretty cloudy everywhere. You can't really see too much. If you're wondering how cold it is, these are icicles forming on my beard. So it's a little chilly. It's a little windy up here, so we probably won't stay too long, but I was hoping for a little bit more of a view. Looks like the sun's starting to break out a little bit. Maybe we'll see a little more later. Thomas did make it. He's sitting down. So it was a fun one. It was definitely steep, but we didn't get too injured, so it was fun. All right, guys. So beginner hiker backpacker tip number 2: is to get connected to a group online. In Maine, there's a Facebook group called Maine Hiking, and both Thomas and I are part of that group. There's a lot of people on there, and they post a lot of really good information, stuff that's going on right now, and all the mountains, so you can know what current conditions are. And then another good resource is AllTrails. So it's an app you can download. It gives you all the maps and trails. You can do a subscription on it, and then you can download maps and print them off, or there's a free version, and it can track you and show you all around, and people leave reviews on that as well, so you can know what current conditions are, especially if you're going to a new area and you're not really sure where the trailhead is and stuff like that. And Thomas, what's your second tip?
So my tip is don't overpack. So sometimes a good way to avoid that is use a smaller bag. If you have a really big bag, you're gonna feel like you need to fill it up and fill all that space, but really what you're doing is you're just killing your back and you're gonna wear yourself down. Now obviously, especially if you're hiking in the winter, you wanna make sure you have what you need to stay warm and stay hydrated. You don't want to be unprepared, but a lot of times new people think they need to bring all kinds of stuff with them that's just not necessary, and you're never going to use it.
Yeah, that's me. If I have a big pack, I will stuff it full of anything in case I need it for something. And I tell you, like almost all the time, you never end up using it. You really don't. Just stick to what you need to get that trip done. And yeah, really just stick to that, and that'll really cut down your weight too. So that's a good one. We'll go later. We're heading back down now, and then once we get back down, we'll get you probably a winter hiking tip as well. So for any of you guys that want to try starting winter hiking, stay tuned for that, and I'll see you later. All right, guys, we made it down safely. We didn't fall and have any big accidents, which is good. So your third tip, and this is a winter hiking tip, from me is now is where you can kind of invest in a good piece of gear, and that would be your boots and crampons. You want a good solid pair of boots that are going to keep your feet warm and dry, so waterproof and a little bit of insulation, and then really some crampons that are going to get you a lot of traction and stuck to the trail. The ones I had worked all right, but I was slipping from time to time. So really a nice pair of those will go a long way. And Thomas has got one for you too?
Yeah, so mine is layering. This is important in all seasons, but especially in the winter. What you really don't want to do is you don't want to be sweating, because if you sweat, then when you stop, you're going to get really cold, and it's actually really dangerous. You could get hypothermia. So what I do is, like today, I have a t-shirt on, then I have a small quarter zip and a quarter zip fleece, and then I've got my down jacket on top of that. Yeah. And I also have more layers in my bag if I were to get colder. But then when you layer, you can shed layers as you get warmer, and you don't just have one big jacket, so you're either really hot or really cold.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's really important. A lot of times people put a ton of layers on and then get hiking and get too hot, and then once you're sweating, you get wet at this temperature. It can be really dangerous. It can be, yeah, it's not good. You don't want to go hypothermic somewhere up on a mountain somewhere. So it's definitely okay to take down layers. I took this jacket off, and I literally just had a small quarter zip and like a base layer, and I was fine while I was hiking. So it's okay to take them off. Don't get too hot, and don't get wet. Well, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out Thomas's channel. He's got a bunch of hiking videos up now. It's some really good content, so check him out. And go ahead, leave a like and comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.